Metro Vancouver and its member municipalities own a huge amount of salmon habitat. Metro Vancouver lands produce by far the largest number of the 7 different species of salmon that call BC waters their home.
Metro Vancouver's ownership of land is very important to salmon. Some of the areas that we actually see in the maps, of course, may not all be salmon habitat, but the fact is that many of those habitats are key headwaters for the water that's going to come down and support salmon. So they're all completely integrated like that. I believe the Metro is the largest landowner in the region, so right there alone, they're one of the most important groups for conservation of wild salmon in our area.
There are 5 hatcheries situated on Metro Vancouver lands, from Crippen Regional Park on Bowen Island to Capilano River Regional Park and the Lower Seymour Conservation Reserve on the North Shore, Tynehead Regional Park in Surrey, and Kanaka Creek Regional Park in Maple Ridge. Of these, only the Capilano River Hatchery is operated by the Department of Fisheries and Oceans.
These are coho salmon, and there are some hatchery fish in here, which means that they were reared as juveniles at this facility and incubated here. And there are some fish that are wild. And this fin is the adipose. It's a fleshy fin, and in a hatchery setting they are clipped, and that way we can distinguish whether or not they originated here.
The hatchery releases more than 1 million salmon fry into the wild every year, as well as hosting 200,000 visitors. But the smaller community-run hatcheries also play a vital role in educating the public.
Chum salmon are coming home. Fish are coming from the Fraser from your right, going this way, en route to spawning grounds upstream. When we were young, we were out catching snakes and frogs and going fishing all the time. That kind of has gone away. So we're trying to get our kids in touch with the land, in touch with the ground, and raise a different kind of child, which will make a different kind of adult too.
Education has always been a component of the Department of Fisheries and Oceans. There's an educational program, salmonids, in the classroom, and that's in the curriculum, right? It starts at public school. It's just to give children an exposure to salmon and the importance of salmon to BC's history and to our local communities.
The Pacific Salmon Foundation supports educational programs in hatcheries. Grants are funded through the sale of salmon conservation stamps, which are required for salmon anglers who want to keep the fish they catch.
What I love about the hatcheries and the park combination is that there's a really nice synergy there. So hatcheries in a park stimulates the community. The community draws use of the park, so you get better return of that.
Yep. And just over there?
Hatchery fish have to have habitat and water, right? And so a park is a natural place to stimulate that, and it helps the park. And then the hatchery tends to engage educational programs. And so that brings children in touch with nature and the hatchery. There's a really nice return of the community getting engaged in stewardship.
Metro Vancouver Regional Parks offers salmon-related park interpretation programs and events. As well, the 5 hatcheries situated on Metro Vancouver lands are all open to the public as part of their continuing commitment to education and the stewardship of BC's salmon population.